We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up TSM stock. We are on the monthly time frame. Price action, last candle to the right-hand side is a bullish green doji. So we do have price action overall, higher highs, price action overall, lower lows, midpoint, also adding second level highs, and also adding third level highs. So I zoom in the price to see what's going on. So current price is sitting at 69.09. So you can see the price action between that midpoint of those resistance and support that we did create. So we looking for that market to do what it do to see if it's going to break up and break down. Price action is a doji, so it's indecisive. It's not sure what the market's going to do. So we got to wait for the next candle to form and push up or push down and engulf that price action into that direction. So if price work its way up, it clearly can head up to the numbers of 74.90, and if price work its way down, it can head down to the numbers of 59.94. And let's say if we do receive, just say the market stops in the middle of those areas, it can head up to 71.42 before making it to a solid 74. And if price work its way down to this area here, it can break down to 64.93 before making it to 59.94. So as I said before, price action is a doji. So let's figure out what happened in this market and why this market pushed down. So there's a lot of things that's going on. So we're going to talk about it from the beginning. So we do know that price started at the low and it broke that overall midpoint. So when price broke that midpoint, all it did was came back to return at that midpoint. So it can be looking for a pattern to push up further. So to be a break of that midpoint, came to retest that midpoint, pushed up further, right? At that high, that resistance, we also received another pattern, which is a double top, which pushed that market down. So we do have that first, overall second, third, fourth leg. Retest one, retest two. Now retest now is either going to push down for that third time and break that midpoint, and that market could be working down further unless we create some momentum off this midpoint because it's a doji and we get the engulfment, market work its way up, and then we'll identify a incline double bottom as we walk down the time frame, because price action second last candle is side by side, long wick down to that bottom of that price action. So it did identify do a double bottom. Okay, market spiked twice, so it could break and start identifying a break and retest as it coming out that area. But so far we are in a slight bit of a consolidation because price action is still within the second last candle, body is still within the previous body, still side by side. The wick is very weak on that doji. So we definitely got to wait to see what the market's going to do. Walking down to the weekly time frame, price action on the weekly time frame is identifying as a bearish red doji, more like a push down to that bottom. So it lost a lot of support. So market could be turning around if it follows up with a bullish green candle. So let's talk about what happened. Third to last candle pushed down, second last candle came back to retest the top of that resistance. Price action pushed down to retest that support, but still lost a lot of momentum. So if it follows up with a bullish green candle, then we'll see that full formation of that double bottom. But so far, price second, third to last candle still side by side, triple bottom to that spike down to that area of that low, and side by side within price second, third. So we are in that consolidation. So we're waiting for the market to engulf the previous second price action, second and third last candle to push that market up. Primarily a third to last candle. So price engulfs the third, it headed back to the SR line, and we're looking for a pattern. And if price action engulfed the third to last candle to the downside, we know that market's working down. We know that price action did engulf to downside with the long wick to price action, but that wick is not strong enough. If that body engulfed that second, if price action body engulfed that second last candle and third last candle, market can work its way down. So all this identifying that it just tagged that area of support and still has enough momentum to reverse. Walking down to the daily time frame, price action, bullish green candle. Okay, so there's a lot going on in this area. So market is not identifying that it can still fully push up, but it kind of is like a 50-50 chance going on. We'll talk about that. Price action, daily time frame, bullish green candle. We do have price action high, okay, price action low. So that means that we can see that price action is at that midpoint. So it can be identified as a break, a retest, another break and retest, and still push down further unless we see price action break out this midpoint to identify a pattern for a retest to work its way up further. And if so, we'll see that overall first, second, third, and market push up for that W formation. So as we're walking down, we're going to see what's really happening at that midpoint. 4-hour time frame identifying the same thing, huge bullish green candle, more like a doji though, long wick up to the top, long wick down to the bottom, still indecisive because it made it to that midpoint. So once we start seeing that break, if it follows up with another candle market, we'll see that break of that midpoint. If not, then we'll see that market reverse. But so far, our market's hanging out that midpoint, so we got to wait for that market to do what it do. But we also know that price action did engulf the previous second, third, fourth, fifth last candle in the market, which is very dominant. The market made it to that midpoint, so we got to wait around for that market to do what it do. Same as well with the 3-hour time frames. The pattern trying to form at the bottom. We'll talk about that later and once it's a little more clear. But price action still same candle on that 3-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame, daily time frame, 2-hour time frame. Price action is a retest, bullish, bearish red candle. Second last candle push up, price action retest. So it's just hanging around that midpoint line at that low area. So we just waiting for that market to break that area to the top side. But if price action start breaking that midpoint of that second last candle towards the bottom, we know price going to head down to the bottom unless we see that break or retest, because it can still work its way down for a retest and still push up further, or retest the top of this resistance and still push up. But so far price, all we know is price is hanging out at that midpoint area. Same as well on the 1-hour time frame. Market still look very dominant because second last candle, third last candle, huge bullish green candles, very strong, but long wicks to that top of that second last candle. Could be a reversal, maybe not. And the only reason we don't know that because price is at that midpoint. Price action, 45-minute time frame, same kind of candle, bullish green, long wick up to the top, lost a lot of momentum. Okay, so it could be a reversal, but at the end of the day, price is still hanging out in that zone area. So we have to wait for the next candle to form and really do what it do to engulf that bottom side of that price action or the top side of that price action to work its way up. But we know that market's going to work its way up when price action does engulf that price action wick, and same as on a 30-minute time frame. So all it's identifying is the market broke and just retested and sitting at the middle of that zone. Okay, so if it's going to retest and work its way up, or it's going to break through. So everything as we walk down this time frame is going to be consolidation. Second last candle, long wick up to the top of that bearish red candle, lost a lot of momentum, so it's identifying a double top. Market came back to retest, still hanging out that midpoint of that zone. Could be respected to work its way up, or could break. But if it breaks, if it see a full break, the market's going to drop. It has to break that zone that we created. If not, it can still create some momentum to work its way up. But so far, anything within that zone would just be consolidation. Same as the 5-minute time frame, prices hanging around that midpoint of that zone. Same with the 3-minute time frame, price action, bearish red candle side by side. Still got to push, but still didn't close out in 3-minute yet. And same as the 1-minute. So market is just hanging around, switching off the bearish to bullish green candles, consolidating, trying to figure out what it's going to do. So market's hanging out that midpoint. Okay, guys, very important information. Please study and review. Forex pattern cheat sheet. Click on images, breakout and retest strategy. Click on images as well. Okay, guys, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your attention. TSM stock.